Hello everybody and welcome back and happy new year. I hope everyone was able to take a little bit of time off to spend some quality time with your friends or your family or your pets or by yourself. Whatever it may be, I hope you had some nice recharge time. Today I'm going to be filming a video to get back into the groove. I have a couple things to test out today. Thought it was kind of fitting, new year, new things. And I'm also going to be retesting a couple things because I still need to film my November, December roundup. But that's the gist of today's video. So before we get into it, I'd love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get to it. The first thing I'm going to put on is a little bit of my e.l.f. Acne Fighting Putty Primer. This one's really nice and hydrating underneath of makeup, but it doesn't make my makeup feel heavy or greasy. I need all of the moisturizer I can get today. I have the Summer Fridays jet lag mask on right now. My skin is incredibly dry just from having to have the heat on full blast like pretty much all day. It's been so cold this holiday season, it's insane. It's felt like -40 nearly every day. So the heat and cold is just turning me into a raisin. It's not nice. And for my foundation, or tinted moisturizer rather, I'm going to be trying the SAIE Slip Tint again. I've only used this once and I'm using the shade 3.5. Oh, hopefully this matches me still. It's been a minute since I've used this. I'm just gonna blend it mostly with my fingers and then I'll go in with a brush or sponge. I think that's a nice shade. Should be fine. I think I just went in with a little bit much. I'm just going to be taking my MAC 170 brush just to kind of refine it. That looks really, really nice. I haven't been wearing makeup for like the last month, honestly, unless I was filming, but I'm excited to get back into my groove and my routine. Through the holidays, I think I only wore makeup on Christmas Eve, and I did like a little New Year's look, but I didn't do anything. I just washed it off right after. So for my concealer, I'm going to give this one another shot. It's the Rose Ink Concealer. I have the shade LX040. I did not like this at all when I first tried it out, but a lot of you said to me to use less and blend it out with my fingers instead of a sponge. So I'm gonna try it out. This stuff has a lot of coverage, and I wish the wand was smaller because this kind of wand tends to apply too much. So I'm just gonna try to apply like the tiniest little dots to begin with. And I'm going to melt it in with my finger. Looks a little bit dark, but it'll be okay. So I'm taking my ring finger. I'm going to press that in. I really want this one to work. I've heard a lot of amazing things from other creators and from you guys. It just looked super thick and cakey under my eyes the first time I used it. See, that stretches a lot. Okay, that looks way, 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 way better than I remember. It still looks like a little bit thick, but we'll see how it settles. Wow, that stuff goes a long, long way. I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to set it with a little bit of this FLORASIS powder. This is the gorgeous Peach Blossom Silk Powder, the pressed version. And I think I'm just gonna put this under my eyes first because yes, I do have some cream products I'm gonna be going in with. This one doesn't blur as much as my beloved Pat McGrath one or the Annabelle powder, but it still sets the under eyes really nicely. I'm excited to see how this one wears on my face once the time comes. I only used the loose one all over my face so far, but now for bronzer, I'm going to be using my Sun Melt bronzer from SAIE. I'm using the shade Light Bronze, and I'm taking my favorite little brush here. This is the, why can't I ever remember this name? Blending Fan. This is a product I have recently really fallen in love with. It's such a nice cream bronzer. It's very, very easy to blend, and I love the thickness of it. Like, it's super sheer, but I don't know, there's just something about it that's so special. This is what I thought that classic Chanel bronzer, you know, the one that has like the fun swirl. This is what I thought that one was gonna be, but the Chanel one just gave me like yellow streaks all over my face. It was not good, but this one is so much better, and it comes in a couple shades. I just love how it never like creates any harsh edges, even if you are a little bit lazier with your blending. It just creates such a soft effect. So now for my highlighter, I'm going to be giving these a shot from Fenty Beauty. These are the new liquid highlighters. They're the liquid Kilowatts. And I swatched them a couple of times. I've never used them on my face yet. I took a second to swatch them all, and they all seem to be kind of different from one another. For example, the two deepest shades right here don't have any glitter in them whatsoever. And these two light ones here have a little bit of glitter, but the particles are like far and wide from one another. It's mostly a nice sheen like the dark ones. And the lightest shade here is like a glitter balm. So it's a little bit tricky to navigate, but they all have that really nice like gel-like texture, and they seem to dry down. I don't like how they're not consistent through all of the shades. I think I'm gonna use this shade over here. Hopefully it won't be too dark. I don't like how pink this one is, and I don't want to have a glitter fest all over my cheeks. And that's the shade Hustla Baby 2.0. I'll name all of the shades quickly just in case if you're wondering. So this one is Side Chick, the lightest one. The middle one here is Vintage Velour. Here, I'll do a little close-up so you can really see. Down here we have Butta Brownie, and this one over here is Honey Hottie. I'm going to take some on my hand, and I'm going to try blending it out with a brush. I feel like I'm just going to melt everything too much if I go in with my finger. Taking my Pro Glow brush from Moda, and I'm really working it into my palm to get it kind of melted in the brush. Wow, the base formula is really, really nice. I really like how sheer it is, and that just blended on so beautifully. It's very reminiscent of the Melt Sex Foils. That is quite flattering. This side got a little bit more intense than the other, but even so, it looks very, very good. Like it sunk into my base really nicely. The only thing though is that the chunky glitter is kind of bothering me. I was wondering if I can get over it, but I don't know if it's my favorite. I really wish that they didn't include that because the base is really, really nice. That was super easy to blend, very quick, almost as quick as a powder highlight, but it sunk in lovely. I'm just gonna go over with my sponge to see if it would remove the little glitters. No, it didn't. So now for blush, I'm going to be testing this out finally from NABLA. It's the 2 Reasons Lightweight Cream Color and Glassy Balm for an effortless, natural looking flush. And I have the shade Flushed Terracotta. So this is what it looks like. I swatched it before. I've had this in my hands for a couple of weeks, and I don't feel super excited about them. I think that's just because I know I'm not going to be using this side. It's just like a clear kind of tacky balm that is like very, very thin. I don't think I'll ever really use this. I'm not a huge balm highlight person. I don't know, I feel like that side is going to be wasted on my end. And it looks like it has a tint, but it's completely see-through and it doesn't really do anything. But we'll see about the blush. I feel like I've gotten really picky with cream blushes because every brand has come out with them. So we'll see what happens. I feel like a tough critic today. I'm going to be taking my Quo Beauty foundation brush, the angled one. It looks like a really nice color. Color up my alley for sure. Okay, yeah, that's a really nice color. Really, really nice. It feels kind of like I'm applying a powder in a way. Like it doesn't have the slip that usual cream highlighters do, so that's a point for uniqueness. It's nice and easy to blend too. It feels, when you're swatching it, it feels kind of dry, so I wasn't sure how this was gonna go. Okay, I think I was being snooty for no reason. That's really nice. I still feel the same though. Like I don't know how much I'll use it. I'll have to think about this one. Gorgeous color, really easy application. I feel like I'm not going to reach for it much for some reason though. I think it's because I have so many other colors like this in my collection. I don't know, I'm torn, as you can tell. And while I'm at it, in that same collection, NABLA launched their own Freckle Pen. This is called the Freckle Maker. I have had this in my collection for a couple months now. I did try this out a couple times. I do prefer the FRECK over this one, and I'll tell you why as I'm doing it. But it has kind of like a silicone-y, or maybe it's a felt. Yeah, it's a felt, and it has like a stiff end, and I find that it creates like two perfect little circles, you know? I really like how the FRECK has like a nice wand, so sometimes when you touch down on your face, the bristles fray, and that way it creates more natural looking freckles. And FRECK also kind of stipples better. Like once you go in with your finger, they spread better. This one, it kind of stays where you apply it, but I really want to make it work because I really like the tone of this color freckle. Like it looks really nice and natural and flattering, but I don't like how perfect they look. Like they look artificial sometimes if you're not trying to purposely make mistakes. This one might be a little bit more user-friendly because it's not as staining. I might even whip out my FRECK just so that you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe the combo of both would be a perfect thing, but that's a little extra. I'm gonna leave it at that before I get carried away, but I think it's still good. I just find that they can look more artificial quicker. So now I'm going to revisit my little FLORASIS powder. I'm excited to see how this looks on my skin. So I'm taking this discontinued brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm gonna set my forehead. It's looking a little bit slippery, shiny. Hello? I also wanna see if this has flashback, so I'm gonna take a photo with flash in a second. I don't know if I really dig this powder. It's kind of making me look ashy in the center. It's not very blurring, and I feel like it's not setting in a way that I like. I do like it under the eyes more than on my face. Yeah, I don't know if I like it. I will not be showing you that photo because I look like an actual murderer, but it doesn't have flashback. So take what you will from that. So now I'm just going to pop off camera to do my eyebrows real quick. I'm also going to prime my eyes while I'm at it. So please enjoy the brow intermission. My under eyes are starting to fall apart on me. I'm requesting backup. I need help. Pat McGrath is here to save us. I'm just gonna throw some of this under my eyes to blur it out. I don't know what went wrong, powder or concealer, but I'm just gonna try to erase it with this magic. Okay, so for my eyes, I kind of thought of something fun. I'm going to try using one of these iconic London glitter crayon. So one side has like a really pretty glitter topper, and the other side is a nice shimmery cream stick. So I have 3 shades here. I'm going to be using the shade Onyx, but these two look really nice as well. But I thought I would use this as my base, then add these really fun duochromes from the MAC holiday collection. These look really, really pretty. I don't like the packaging, but I get it, it's holiday, but the duochromes themselves are really, really pretty. So I think I can do something kind of like an oil slick or just something very dimensional and colorful. We'll see what happens, but I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we'll get to it. So again, using the shade Onyx, I'm just going to kind of rub this on my eye, focusing it on my mobile lid. I'm probably gonna reach for like a nice warm transition shade, but later, because I don't know how this is going to transition itself. I'm just gonna try to softly blend the edge. I really like the idea of these. I don't know how well they last, but I like how it's a 2-in-1, and the topper is really pretty. I'll show you what it looks like in the center here. I see myself using the topper side just on any kind of eye look, but they're really, really nice. Look how pretty and glittery that is. Like such a nice, soft, cool toned eye look so quickly. And I'm also gonna take some on a smaller brush to hit my lower lash line. This is a Huda Beauty eye smudge brush. And I'm just gonna wipe this brush off. I'm just gonna go over the edges to blend. To have a nice slip to them. They don't dry right away, and they don't look very dry on the lid once they set. Like it doesn't create that kind of rippled effect on your lid. I'm gonna add another sticky layer just to really prep the base and make sure we have a nice opaque layer. That's really pretty just on its own. If we have like a nice little transition shade, I think that'd be gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna whip these out. I'm gonna be using all 4 shades. I think they only came out with 4, but this is Right Before Your Eyes, which I think is my favorite one. It has a nice bluey green shift. This one is kind of like a deeper green shift. It's the shade Ho Ho Hocus. Then we have 2 pinkish leaning ones. This is Calling Your Bluff. And the last one is Behind the Curtain, which is more violet. Yeah, really fun. I feel very excited about these. I'm gonna take this shade, Behind the Curtain. I'm gonna press it in the inner portion. Wow, that looks really cool. Now I'm going to take the shade Right Before Your Eyes. I'm going to alternate between the pinky ones and the green ones, just so that we get more of an impactful look. Fun. Okay, yeah, I think this one is my favorite. And then I'm taking this one, Calling Your Bluff. Well, that one's a bit darker, so that worked out that it went on the outer corner. Then I might have to incorporate the last one with a brush, which is Ho Ho Hocus. Oh wow, that one's really, really nice and green. That one's very, very mermaidy. And I think I might carry it on the lower. Why not? Cool. Okay, that turned out way better than I thought. I love when that happens. I'm just gonna take a brush. I'm gonna lightly kind of scatter the glitters that are in the crease. And then I'm just gonna tap over the edges in between them, just so that they follow through into one another really nicely. Probably should have done this before my base because now I'm covered in glitter, but that's okay. But yeah, that's the gist of it. I'm going to be taking my crushed Pat McGrath statuesque eye doll and I'm going to throw this into my crease just so that we get like a nice transition. Cool. Okay, that's really, really cool. I'm excited to see what it looks like with mascara. Hopefully the camera is showing it. It looks so vibrant in person. Before I do the other eye, I'm throwing the shade Right Before Your Eyes. And oh, wow. Okay, yeah, this one is definitely my favorite. Is it though? I don't know. I love all of them. So I just quickly thought it might be nice for you to see them on their own. So you can see they're quite sheer, but they make such an impact and they're very hypnotizing to look at. But once they're on kind of a darker base, that's when you can really tell. That's when you can really see the colors pop through. It's always so fun to play with different shades underneath duochromes. I'm just going to do this eye real quick and I'll be right back. So here are the eyes with just eyeshadow. They're really, really cool. I'm gonna try to lower the lighting on my camera. Oop, that's up. Hopefully you can see the duochromes. I don't know if this is gonna work. I think this is going to look even nicer with mascara, which speaking of, I'm really excited to try this one out. This is a newer brand to me. It's called CALIRAY, and this is an interesting mascara. It says that it's a tubing mascara, but it's also volumizing, and it's going to have no smudging, and it's going to help keep the curl in your lashes. I really like the color of the packaging, and when it arrived to me, it also came with this sticker, which made me laugh really hard because it says taco full of sunshine, and I had a really funny mental image with that. And look at this wand. It's so nice and small, so I'm going to be able to get into my inner corner lashes. So let's give it a shot. And I've never seen a tubing mascara with like a classic fluffier wand. I don't know, there's so many qualities of this that I'm excited about. I really hope it goes well. So far, it's going well. That's pretty good for my first pass. Sheesh. I'm gonna see if it gets clumpy or what. I feel like it's getting nicer and nicer. And I'm also hopeful that this is going to wear nicely on my lower lashes. I'm assuming it will since it's a tubing. It's definitely volumizing. I'm really, really liking this so far. I feel very excited for this mascara. and that's rare for like a first application. I'm excited about this one, you guys. I really like how that looks. I needed some volume with this look. I feel like it looks great. Added one little clump on this side. I'm just gonna try to comb it out. Perfect. This is my velour needle comb. It's really great if you have like a clumpy mascara. You can just run it through there and it'll comb out the clumps. And here are the eyes all finished. I'm excited to hear what you guys think of them. I personally love them. So fun to play with all of these colors, and I like how this is kind of approachable as well. It was really easy to achieve. It's very intriguing at the same time. So now let's find a lip for this look. I have a couple of options here. So I have a new brand to me as well. This is One Day Beauty. I believe they're a Canadian brand. This is the Lip Dew in Sienna. Ooh, that looks gorgeous. Look at that. Let me show you how it applies. I'm gonna do it over here. I feel like that's gonna be a gorgeous gloss. That might even match the blush. I don't know if that's too grungy of a pairing with this kind of eye, you know? I also have the Tower 28 Chestnut gloss, which is their newest shade. Wow, that looks really, really nice. I'll compare it next to Cashew because I know people will want to see that. Ooh, I still think Cashew is going to win for me. I think this Chestnut shade might be a little too yellow. This is Chestnut and this is Cashew. Here, I'll go like that so you can see the undertone. And then I also have this formula from Dear Dahlia, which I think I'm going to really enjoy. First of all, they smell delicious. They smell like my lavender tea I love from Bloom. Exactly. So calming and nice, but this feels like a silicone lip product. This kind of formula is very popular in Korean beauty, and these look gorgeous as well. So this one is Bordeaux, and this one on top is October. How am I gonna pick? They all look really nice. I'm gonna go with this shade right here from One Day Beauty since I haven't used this brand yet and I feel the most intrigued by it. Plus I think a sheer lip will look nice with the more heavy eye. I'm going to line my lips first with the ColourPop So Happy lip liner. Uh-oh, the thing's coming out. This lip liner color makes me so happy. Doesn't make me happy that they discontinued it though. That breaks my heart. Okay, let's see what this do. It's the Lip Dew Sienna. It smells like a really nice vanilla. It's kind of more orangey on my lips than I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more rustier than it is. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I'm going to try to put a little bit of this Bordeaux lip tint in the center. No, that's not the right tone either. The gloss felt really nice, but I don't think the color is flattering on me, or maybe just against the other colors that are going on. I think I'm going to forgo all of the lip colors that I was thinking of, and I'm just gonna go for Intimate from NARS. So I just need something soft. And those are all kind of more of a, not the vibe. More of not the vibe. Am I happy with that? I think so. I think that's the way to go with this. My headband suffocated my bangs and now I look like Coconut Head from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. That doesn't look like a good look. Okay, but here is the finished final look. I think I'm just gonna tuck them. Don't look at my hair. But I really like how this turned out. A few things were threatening to go sideways, but overall, I think this turned out really, really nice. The standout for me today, surprisingly, the highlighter. I feel really excited about this one. I might forgive it for having a little bit of glitter, but we'll see. I still want to test it out, but right now, feeling excited about it. And with the mascara as well, very excited for this. I need to explore this brand more, see if they have more things as well. But my lashes look phenomenal and it doesn't feel heavy at all. I do really enjoy this blush color as well. I still feel a little bit iffy, but I do really enjoy the tone. And of course, I completely love the eyes. I think they're really fun but subtle at the same time. I'm excited to hear what you guys think of today's look and all of the products. Let me know if you tried a couple of them. Let me know your opinions and all that good stuff. But that is all from me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it fun. If you did, please give this video a like. It would help me out so very much. I'll make sure to link all of the products I used or mentioned in the description down below, so feel free to check that out. And I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.